Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yeah. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
So, Shan, how important you think are mentors? Because I know a lot of young men who went to college, played basketball, and those who didn't play basketball, when it came time for them to leave college, they had no idea what they wanted to do. Right? And brother, so many kids are in that position because they don't have no one to bounce ideas off of, right? And a lot of times we don't have that family stream where we can say, you know, I'm gonna go work for the family business. We trying to figure that out. And we gotta find a way where we can help young men figure it out. So it's not so stressful when they leave in college, because they're like in a small incubator while they're in college and they get taken care of. But once they come out to the real world, it's like, what are your credentials?
Right.
You know, Penny Anderson mentioned it yesterday, even being in the NBA, you could be in the NBA, do 14 years, be 35, and they're like, okay, what did you do? What kind of work experience do you have? If you're not trying to create your own experience.
It's tough.
So
you're not thinking about that. We just think about that task at hand.
Right. It's a lot for a young man to deal with, man. It's a lot. So you got the coaching because you reached out. Right? You reached out to your old coach and he said, look, this is what we're going to do. Did you do it because you fell in love with it, because you was in love with it, or you did it because you needed some kind of employment?
I would say I did it just because I wanted to be around something I knew. You know, graduating college and not having a job is the uncertain. At least if I was around basketball, I knew something. You know, I didn't get paid. I just was doing it for, like, I learned how to love it. You know.
Right. Okay.
I learned how to love it, and then once I got the love for it, it was like I can't walk away from it.
And you start out, did you coach JV first before you went up to varsity?
I did JV, like, I think I wrote it down. I did JV about 6 years. I did JV 6 years, and it was the JV coach one day was like, listen, I don't want to do it no more. I realized some games he'd be sitting back and he'll let me coach, and I'm like, what's he doing? You know, but I'm not gonna ask him now. I'm showing my respect. So, you know, I'll still do whatever he tell me to do. Then one day he was like, I don't want to do it no more. And I was like, okay, what's up? What happened? He was like, because it's not my time no more. It's your time. It's my time. And I was like, I appreciate that. Just let me know, you know, what I have to do. And he told me, you know, I took care of what I had to take care of, and I just ran with it.
So listen, brother, it sounds like this is something that you meant to do and you probably don't realize it.
Right. So I ran into it.
You saying to yourself, right, he's giving you this platform for you to get your skills up, and you saying to yourself, then what is this guy doing for me?
Right.
Why is he sitting back, not even knowing he was grooming you for this position?
Yeah, yep, exactly. Yep.
And how did you guys do once you took over?
I think I've been doing this 11 years, right? I won a division every year but one. So when I first started, I just had that same mentality I had as a player, as an assistant coach, and I used almost everything that I learned from Coach Saunders, Coach Williams, and I just ran with it. And I was doing good. I think I won like 12, 14. I think it was like 14 games. It was an 18-game season. I won 14. And I had a lot of freshmen. So it was like, we get to do this thing all over again. And I was like, you know, the more and more I learned, the more and more I learned from it, it was like, it became easier for me.
Okay, all right. And how did you end up on the varsity level? Was you doing coaching JV and varsity or just JV?
I was helping out with what happened. I helped out with Vars still, and when it was time for my JV guys to move up to Vars, they were ready. So that was one thing that kind of made Coach Saunders excited and happy. Of course, me being one of his former players. And then he took a sabbatical. So when he took a sabbatical, there was like, there's an opportunity for you to coach varsity next year.
Right.
But keep this in the back of your mind, it's for a year, and you're possibly going to have to go back down. So I'm like, I got all my guys I just had, let's go, let's do it. So I was able to do it for that 1 year, and then he came back. But at that time, I was like, nah, I don't want to give it up. You know, and we had a meeting. We had a meeting with the principal. The principal was Mr. Muhammad from Bedford. And
yes.
he was my former teacher at Banneker. So he's seen the progression, he's seen the work ethic, he's seen the love, and he kept it real with Coach Saunders. He said sometimes people have to move on from positions that they're in to let the younger people get their opportunity. And once he said that, Saunders looked at me and was like, you know what, you're right. And he let me take it over.
And you fought for it.
Yeah.
You fell in love with it. You got the bug. I think that's when you probably really got the bug. Because, you know, you fight for things that you love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he let me take it over. And I was like, you know, I didn't know what to do at that time. I'm like, damn, it's mine. What we do?
Right.
Like, you know, I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing.
And that's how you became the head coach. What year was that?
That was 2016. 2016.
So it took y'all from 2016, from when you started, to get y'all to this point where y'all was at this year.
Nah. When I first started, I wrote it down for you too. 2016, I went 16-1, and just so happens they changed the game time. We had to go to Staten Island. We got like the number 8 seed, and we lost 1 game. So we had to go to McKee. The game would be at 4:30. They tell us when we get there, the game until 7. So now we sitting around being, you know, getting lazy, restless, and we lost. We lost second round in McKee. Then the next year, we were 12-2. Then the next year, an altercation happened at the school where they felt some young men did some things at a corner store, and they took away like 3 or 4 of my members for a game. And we went to go play Francis Lewis. They got a point guard. He goes to Gardner Webb. He was real good. We lost to them by 3. And mine, like I said, I didn't have 3 or 4 of my main people. So that year right there was a year that we was definitely going to make a little run. And then the following year, we went to the quarterfinals. I lost by 1, by a buzzer beater, to the team that went to win the championship. So when I first started, I was right there.
What team was that? Who was that?
I gotta look that one up. I remember. Walton.
Okay, Walton. Okay.
That year they ran through. They beat everybody in Brooklyn to win the championship. It was us. It was Banneker. Then it was Grady. Then they beat Lawrence Tech with a tip-in. So it was like.
Who's your toughest competition in the A division?
This year or back then?
Back then and now. Let's go back then and now.
Back then, I would, every year they've been changing the division, so it hasn't been consistent. But I know like we had Lawrence Tech in there, they were pretty good. We had I think they won the championship the year before that. We had them. We had Global Studies. They were tall. They were big. They were tough at their home. We really never had like Bedford in our division, but of course, you come across them, it's going to be a battle.
Salute Rob Phelps in the building, Bedford Academy.
I don't know. I mean, I look at it like honestly, every team we play, we can beat. That's just my mentality. Like, no matter who we playing, we got them.
Right. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this year, right? Because you know you went through the fire first couple of years.
Yeah.
Right? And now you guys get to the point where y'all feel this is y'all year. How did you know this year was going to be special, Coach?
I mean, I thought so because I was bringing back everybody almost. I lost one player. He over here right now. I see him talking. Jay Bucks, John James, in the Army. I lost him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I lost two. I lost him and somebody named my boo. But I knew I was bringing everybody back. And I knew at that time I could trust my